Hello, hello, good people of the world. Welcome back. This is Zip here to bring you some more crypto news. I hope everyone is absolutely doing fantastic out there and you're having a great day, night, wherever you are. And your mindset, I hope, is on lock because we've lost $110 billion in the crypto market. And yes, the markets are down, but this is why we are non-emotional investors. The point of this channel is to give you a macro view, and that is exactly what we're going to give you tonight, so you can understand what you are invested in these crypto assets. I'm a utility maxi. I'm invested in real world utility cryptos. That's what I like. And I'm diversified across from XRP, HBAR, and XDC, which is all of what we're going to talk about tonight. But again, markets are down, but we don't care because we know the long-term environment and where this thing is going. So again, we're going to jump straight into it. I thank you for all the new subscribers, the likes, the comments. Please continue to put those out there, and let's grow this channel so we can bring more people in that resonate together, because we are still such a small faction of the larger world as institutions are coming in, as we'll see here in a little bit. HBAR news, big news for HBAR. Canary Capital's Hedera HBAR Spot 8 ETF 19 B4 filing. The NASDAQ filed that, and that is the second step in an ETF filing. And then we're going to be waiting for the SEC acknowledgement, and then that puts it into that 240-day cooling period. So again, movement with HBAR, big HBAR ETF here, which we love to see. We know Canary has also dropped the XRP ETF, and I believe Litecoin as well. So large picture here. Again, the ETFs are going to open it up for the institutions, the macro, an easy avenue for people to come into the crypto market. And that is exactly what we want and what we need. Again, this filing marks a significant expansion of the Canary Capital's crypto investment products following the launch of its HBAR Trust in October of 24 and an initial ETF registration S1 in November. So things are moving, and we'll see what happens. And with the SEC and all of these ETFs for XRP, HBAR, and very exciting times. Other big news. Want to listen to this. The theme of the show tonight, ladies and gentlemen, again, are the institutions are coming, and we're seeing everything line up and the puzzle pieces come together as we're looking at this large view. Does it mean instantaneous price? Absolutely not. And I know that's what we're
real estate,
and that's what we would like. The price will follow as the liquidity and the markets align with the regulation that we're starting to see within the United States. Remember, the United States has jumped in, and everyone is going to be following. But let's, excuse me, let's take a listen to what they have to say here about real estate, gold, equities. Basically, what I've been stating, everything is going to be tokenized on these blockchains, these utility blockchains that we love and hold. Let's take a listen here.
real estate assets, gold assets, equity assets, commodity assets to hedge inflation, maybe utility token assets as a representation of an infrastructure and the role that infrastructure plays, but stable real things. Those stable real things have always been a much larger share of the world's value and portfolios and assets and what people place their money into. So that's really the question, right? The question isn't, are cryptocurrencies better than RWAs? It's just like, do we believe that all the real world things will become tokenized and blockchain based eventually? My answer is yes. Yes. All the real estate, all the gold, all the equities, all of it. Refactoring of invoices, insurance claims, revenue from ad networks, revenue from entertainment, all of it will be tokenized.
It's all coming, ladies and gentlemen, and that's the big picture, and that is what we are waiting for and why we're here. And the price will follow as all of that is tokenized. We're talking about quadrillions of dollars. And is it going to be a light switch operation? Absolutely not. It's going to take years and years, yes, but we're seeing that movement, and price will begin to fall in suit with that, beyond just the speculation that we've seen in the price in the markets currently. That's what we want. We want long-term growth. And speaking of tokenization of real-world assets, XDC launches its first 4 money market fund tokens in alliance with ArchAX. We know that ArchAX has been their partnership with XDC, and now they have launched actual real-world markets funds. The first fund tokens that are live represent 4 of the world's largest money market funds from providers including Urban, Fidelity International, BlackRock, and State Street, and will be followed by others from the 100+ available through ArchAX from a variety of asset managers. Again, tokenized access to money market funds addresses a growing demand from who? Institutional investors for regulated digital first financial products, 24/7 capability money market funds. That is where the future is going. That is where we are going. It's not just about retail. We need all of the money to be on chain. And XDC, I dropped a video yesterday. If you didn't see it, check that out. But XDC is at the forefront of the tokenization, and we see real world here providing digital representations of major MMFs, opens up a potential new audience for these types of yield-bearing products that historically have been challenging for some to access. Again, leveling the playing field so everyone can get into these markets. That is where it will eventually be. That's the larger view. Absolutely exciting. And you know, I love XDC, and I know a lot of you out there love XDC as well. But I've seen many comments, well, this is all hype and we're just, talking hot air and, this and that. And I don't try to hype the crypto too much, honestly. I try to give it to you straight, and I don't blow up the prices. But this is an example, going back to some of the comments that I saw. This is real world. These are things that are going on chain. So absolutely exciting to see it happening right before our eyes. Again, the financial environment is changing, and it is being modernized with all of these capabilities, and there will not be a one winner takes all kind of crypto environment. It's going to be an interoperable environment, and all of these chains, real world chains, are going to be a part of it. So exciting news there. And if you haven't seen this, go out and read the whole article. A lot of good information in there. Very exciting. What else is going on with the institutions? Well, look at this. $64 billion asset manager Citadel to offer crypto trading and liquidity services. 64 billion asset manager Citadel Securities will begin offering crypto trading and become a liquidity provider for cryptocurrencies. Why is this important? What does it mean? Crypto trading services. That means the Citadel Securities is basically going to enable all of its clientele the capability to include other institutional investors like large hedge funds, endowments, pension plans, to buy and sell cryptocurrencies directly through its platform. That is huge. Again, opening up an environment for the big boys and the big girls to come in and play in our sandbox, which we have been here long before them. Again, we have front run the big institutions. That's what's exciting about this environment. If you understand the bigger view as a liquidity provider, Citadel is going to also, they're going to act as market makers for cryptocurrencies, the cryptocurrencies that we own. What does that mean? They'll be able to buy and sell prices for digital assets on various exchanges, just like Coinbase, Binance, or any of the other larger exchanges. But the significant piece of this is what? It is now bringing legitimacy and trust to what has traditionally been, not looked at highly. And we went through several years where crypto was looked at as a Ponzi scheme, as just an environment just for gambling. But now it's bringing trust to that environment with these kind of things that are going on with Citadel. It's also going to increase, again, the institutional involvement. That's what we want. We want an offering of crypto trading and liquidity services from large institutions like this that are trusted, that can cater to the rising demand, so that the big institutions are able to come in, the big institutional investors who are every day getting more and more excited about digital assets in the crypto environment. It's also going to improve a larger market structure. It's going to allow the market to be regulated. There will be regulation is coming, and it adds more regulation implications here, because we know that these large factions are very cautious about entering the crypto market due to regulatory uncertainty, which we have had in the US. And that's why we're seeing all the regulation coming. And that's why, in my belief, we need the regulation. It may not have been something that we thought we needed initially, but it's there because this decision and that regulation will help move forward and suggest that, they're going to be betting hugely in this crypto environment, but they won't do that without the regulation. So absolutely exciting to see Citadel coming on board and offering that to their clientele. Exciting. What else is going on? Again, keeping the view big, macro view. DekaBank is rolling out crypto trading and custody services for institutions built on what? Ripple custody. Again, a clear sign of a growing demand for institutional grade crypto custody solutions. This is what we want to see in this environment. Why does it matter? What are we seeing there? Institutional adoption is going to boost credibility and stability again, because the regulation is coming. DekaBank is a huge German financial institution, worth, let's see here, I think I had it right here, 377 billion in assets. And they're entering the crypto space, which what shows that there's now a growing confidence in digital assets from a traditional finance perspective. Again, this is what we've been waiting for. They're establishing, players like DekaBank embracing cryptocurrency and Citadel. It just adds more credibility to the assets that we have been invested in a long time. And again, they've been viewed, crypto market has been very speculative, risky, and the institutions, when they come on board, it's going to make a more stabilized environment. That's the big takeaway from this. Now, what does it mean for us as XRP holders? They're just using Ripple custody. And again, I just lay it to you straight. It doesn't mean that XRP is necessarily going to be utilized or get a boost from this, because it wasn't confirmed that Ripple custody, or XRP was being used or in any way in this. However, the Ripple custody could indirectly boost demand because it's adding advertisement, if you would, to the crypto environment, and a discussion about Ripple and RLUSD and XRP and the blockchains that Ripple is using. Again, more institutional adoption of Ripple-based services, inadvertently definitely could enhance XRP's utility and the visibility for the larger market. And that's what we need. So we'll see what happens with this, but absolutely exciting news right there. So again, that's all big institutional stuff that's going on. Other things that I found interesting today, and we always want to keep an eye on the larger market and what's going on, right? So as we can see here, came in today that Montana, North Dakota, and Wyoming all have rejected bills for state-managed Bitcoin reserves over volatility concerns. So we know there's been a lot of discussion about a Bitcoin reserve at the state level. Well, these 3 states say they're not willing to get in at this point. And we know Wyoming is pretty conservative when it comes to the crypto environment. And I saw another article, they're pushing forward and they'll probably be the first one to have an actual stable coin at the state level environment launching in July. But they still have reservation with Bitcoin. So we'll have to keep an eye on this. And these 3 states specifically, I believe, were Bitcoin reserves. It was not a consolidation of a crypto portfolio like some of the other states that I've seen, which is all based off market cap. But they're not ready to step into the water yet. And we'll see what happens with that. But in other Bitcoin news, which is, ADA is another one of the projects that I love. And this is very interesting. And to see what Cardano is doing. Cardano is another one of my favorite projects. I know that seems like I say that about all of them, but again, when there's real world utility in these projects and to see where they're going, Cardano is one of the big players. And to see what they're doing in the DApp environment with their Lace wallet. If you're not familiar with Cardano, they got a phenomenal Web3 wallet, Lace. But let's listen to Charles and what he's talking about and what they're going to be showcasing at the DeFi demo here in May.
We're going to be at Bitcoin 2025 in May, and we're going to showcase a demo of DeFi mode. So we have a wallet called Lace. We're adding Bitcoin support to it. It does ADA already, and it's in the browser. And when you have your Bitcoin, you'll just be able to click a button, turn on DeFi mode, and then suddenly you can use your Bitcoin with Cardano dApps. And you can get yield and use it for AVS stuff and all the other things like lend it, whatever. You get money you make from participating DeFi. Then when you turn off DeFi mode, it goes back to the Bitcoin network. We're going to work on this hard because I just love the idea of being the DeFi layer for.
Phenomenal idea. Putting Bitcoin, having that interface, basically a switch as he was talking about, where you can turn Bitcoin on, have it in your wallet, get into DeFi with it, trade, use it. So it has more utility than just a store of value. Again, going to keep an eye on this one here. And this is exciting. And this is where the technology is going. And Cardano is charging hard in 2025. But again, ladies and gentlemen, big picture this evening. I know the markets are down. Again, be non-emotional. Do not worry and concern yourself with the markets. The point is to keep you upbeat and to understand, again, the larger macro view. We see the institutions coming in. Do not get fudded out of your positions in whichever you are. Again, nothing I say is financial advice, but I want to make sure we can try to get everyone across the finish line in this journey of crypto that we're in, because the most exciting times are right in front of us. And there's a lot that's going to be going on in the next several months and for sure within the next several years, and price will follow. But again, with that, please be safe, be smart, stay away from the scams, stay away from the memes. In my personal opinion, stay in real world utility projects that we can see examples of that are going to actually solve real world issues. All right, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, hit that like, smash it, and get the word out to everyone. And I appreciate everything and everyone out there. You guys have a fantastic time. Until next time, Zip is out.